Today I'm going to paint a small minimalistic sea landscape. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. When we paint landscapes, we need to find the horizon line, and I would like focus mostly on the sea part. Therefore, I am lifting up the horizon line 2/3 from the bottom. Let's prepare paints. I will use ultramarine blue, pretty bold mix. I will add a little bit of viridian to make it more turquoise, and a little bit of black for the darkest parts. You can also use indigo. Indigo, it's already a mix of phthalo blue and black. When we look at the seascape, we can't hardly see the faraway waves. We see just small little tiny lines, but the more sea comes to us, the bigger, the larger waves we can identify. Therefore, to start to paint, dry your brush. Put your brush in blue mix. It should be relatively dry. You can even dab your brush onto paper towel and slide your brush like this. If your paper, as mine, is cold press paper which has some texture, leave it. That texture will help you to imitate these sparkles of sunlight on the shades. So we are painting the top part, and then you can press a little bit more onto your brush like this. I would like to water the rest of the paper, and then starting to paint with the tip of the brush, I'm starting to add horizontal brush strokes. It's nice if you decide for yourself where you will have the most of sunlight. Mine will be a little bit more shifted to the right side. Therefore, I try to leave a little bit more of white paper in there, in this part. Once we shifted to watery paper with a lot of water, you see how light our watercolor gets. Therefore, you really need to prepare bolder mixes. And the more we get to the front, towards to ours, the bigger we can see the waves, and therefore you can paint already with the body of the brush, not from the tip of the brush, but with the body of the brush. I try to arrange my brush strokes similar to the waves. I leave here and there a little bit of white paper, and the more I get to the front, the darker my mix is. So I'm starting to add the mix with black, or indigo can be also good for these purposes. With dark blue mix, you can go around your waves and add more details, more shades inside the waves. Try to switch from the body of the brush to the tip of the brush, and then you can create even more details, like ribs of the waves. Can go up a little bit and add a couple of darker brush strokes also in the top part. but remember the brush stroke should be more tinier, more fine. It's pretty convenient to work on a smaller scale, because the smaller size you have, the more time you will have to paint. And you will need much less amount of paints. I added a little bit more of Viridian so I can add different brush strokes. Try to arrange them in a curvy way. Another trick you can do, wash your brush, dry it with a paper towel, and with damp brush just go over on one of your dark areas and lift a little bit of colors. Just have a look. Can be maybe in this corner. So now we are basically done with the sea part. Now let's paint the sky. I will paint it simple, sky and maybe some mountains. I would like to use just ultramarine blue for these purposes. If you have cerulean, that also can be a good decision. Calm it down slightly with raw sienna, and I will paint it just with brush strokes, leaving a little bit of area for clouds. I carefully paint nearby the horizon line, like this. Can add a little bit more of dark to the sky, to the top part. And now I will use basically the same dark mix I used with black Viridian, and with the tip of the brush I will add some mountains. I will add a little bit of alizarin crimson to make it slightly more on a purple, and add the idea of mountains on the background. You need just to bring the idea there are mountains on the background, a little bit of green touch here and there. Now comes the most pleasant part of painting in this technique. You can carefully remove the tape. If your tape sticked to the paper, use hair dryer. Here is our sea landscape, and I'm very curious how you will like it, and would you like to paint more landscapes with me? Let me know about it. Thank you so much for painting with me. I'm looking forward to see what would you like to paint next. See you next time. Bye bye.